5 things a senior must know before taking creatine. More seniors are starting to take creatine than ever before, and honestly, it's not just a bodybuilder supplement anymore. Over the last few years, more research has shown that creatine may help support strength, muscle maintenance, recovery, energy, and overall physical function as we age. And that matters a lot, because maintaining muscle and staying active becomes increasingly important after 60. Simple things like balance, mobility, independence, and daily movement are all connected to muscle health more than many people realize. But before jumping into creatine, there are a few important things every senior should understand first. Because while creatine can be incredibly helpful for some people, taking it the wrong way can lead to confusion, unrealistic expectations, digestive discomfort, dehydration issues, or disappointment when results don't happen overnight. A lot of people expect dramatic transformations immediately, while others take incorrect doses, ignore hydration, or assume creatine works without exercise or proper nutrition. That's where many of the problems begin. The good news is that most of these mistakes are completely avoidable once you understand how creatine actually works inside the body. So today, we're breaking down the 5 most important things seniors need to know before taking creatine. From hydration and dosage, to muscle maintenance, recovery, and the biggest myths people still believe about this supplement. And trust me, number 4 is the one almost nobody talks about, but it may actually affect results more than people expect. But before we begin, drop your name and the city you're watching from in the comments below. Alright, let's get started. Number 1, creatine is not a magic powder. Have you ever noticed how supplements get hyped up online like they're miracle solutions? One video promises instant muscle growth, another claims endless energy within a week, and honestly, creatine gets marketed this way all the time, especially on social media. But here's the reality. Creatine is one of the most researched supplements in the world, yet it's still not magic. A lot of seniors start taking creatine expecting dramatic transformations almost immediately. They hope to suddenly feel younger, stronger, more energetic, or physically transformed within a few days. And when those changes don't happen overnight, disappointment starts setting in quickly. But the truth is, creatine works much more gradually than people expect. Creatine helps support your muscles by improving how they produce quick energy during movement and physical effort. Over time, this may help improve muscle performance, workout, endurance, recovery, and overall physical function. But those benefits usually build little by little through consistency, not instant transformation. And honestly, this is the part many people misunderstand most. Creatine works best when it has something to support. That's why the biggest benefits usually happen when creatine is combined with regular movement and activity. And thankfully, that doesn't mean seniors need intense gym sessions or bodybuilding routines. Simple activities like walking, stretching, resistance bands, light strength exercises, gardening, or staying physically active throughout the week can already make a meaningful difference, because movement sends the signal to your muscles that they're still needed. Creatine simply helps support that process more efficiently. Without movement, creatine has very little to actually enhance. Think of it like adding premium fuel to a car that never gets driven. The potential may be there, but the engine still needs to be used consistently for anything to change. And honestly, the seniors who usually see the best long-term results with creatine aren't chasing fast transformations. They're simply combining the supplement with steady movement, healthy habits, patience, and consistency over time. Number 2, hydration becomes extremely important. Did you know creatine actually changes how your muscles handle water? That's one of the most important things seniors should understand before starting it, and honestly, it explains a lot of the side effects people get confused about. One of creatine's main functions is helping pull extra water into your muscle cells. That's part of why muscles often feel fuller, recover better, and perform more efficiently during physical activity. In many ways, that extra hydration inside the muscles is exactly what helps creatine support strength, endurance, and recovery over time. But here's where things can become tricky. Many seniors already struggle with staying properly hydrated without even realizing it. As we age, the body naturally becomes less efficient at regulating fluids, and some people simply don't feel thirsty as often as they used to. Add creatine into the mix, and dehydration symptoms can suddenly become much more noticeable. That's when some people start experiencing headaches, fatigue, dry mouth, muscle cramps, sluggishness, dizziness, or bloating. And unfortunately, many immediately blame creatine itself, when the solution is often much simpler. They just aren't drinking enough water. Honestly, hydration may be one of the most overlooked parts of taking creatine safely and comfortably, because when creatine increases water demand inside the muscles, your body needs extra fluids to support that process properly. If hydration stays too low, the body can start feeling off very quickly. The good news is that this problem is usually easy to improve once people understand what's happening. Many seniors feel perfectly fine after increasing their water intake consistently throughout the day and paying closer attention to hydration habits overall. And interestingly, creatine sometimes becomes a helpful reminder that the body needs more fluids than people think, especially later in life. At the end of the day, the supplement itself often isn't the problem. The body is simply asking for the hydration it needs to support stronger muscles, better recovery, and healthier movement more comfortably over time. Number 3, the scale may go up at first. Now this surprises a lot of seniors when they first start taking creatine. They step on the scale a week later, notice the number went up a few pounds, and immediately think, wait, am I gaining fat? Honestly, that reaction is incredibly common. And if nobody explains what's happening ahead of time, it can feel frustrating, confusing, or even a little alarming. But in most cases, that early weight increase has very little to do with body fat. Creatine naturally pulls extra water into your muscle cells. That increased water retention inside the muscles is actually one of the reasons creatine helps muscles perform better, recover more efficiently, and feel slightly fuller or stronger over time. In other words, the scale may go up a little, but it's often because the muscles are holding more water, not because someone suddenly gained fat overnight. And interestingly, many seniors notice visual changes fairly quickly because of this effect. Muscles may appear slightly fuller, firmer, or healthier looking even before major strength improvements happen. Arms and legs can look less flat, and the body may start looking subtly stronger overall. The important thing is understanding the difference between water weight and fat gain. Fat gain happens gradually through excess calories over time. Creatine-related weight changes, meanwhile, often happen fairly quickly because they're connected to muscle hydration. Those are two very different things. Of course, if someone is focused heavily on weight loss, seeing the number on the scale increase can still feel emotionally discouraging at first. That's completely understandable. But the scale doesn't always tell the full story about what's happening inside the body. And honestly, once seniors understand why this happens, the experience usually becomes far less stressful. Instead of panicking, they begin to recognize it as a normal and expected part of how creatine supports muscle function and hydration. Sometimes, the body isn't getting worse at all. It's simply adapting in ways people weren't expecting. Number 4, existing health conditions matter. Here's the part many people skip entirely, and honestly, it may be the most important part of the whole conversation. While creatine is generally considered safe for many healthy adults, seniors with kidney disease or certain medical conditions should absolutely speak with a healthcare professional before starting it. Now, this doesn't automatically mean creatine is dangerous. That's an important distinction a lot of people misunderstand online. The issue is simply that your overall health picture matters much more as you get older. Things like kidney function, medications, hydration levels, blood pressure, diabetes, heart conditions, and other underlying health issues all deserve consideration before adding any supplement into your routine. Even a supplement with a strong research background should still be approached thoughtfully and responsibly. And honestly, this is where social media can become incredibly misleading. People see influencers online saying things like, everybody should take creatine, and they immediately copy the advice without thinking about their own personal health situation first. But what works perfectly for one person may not be the right choice for someone else taking multiple medications or managing chronic health conditions. That's why individualized guidance matters so much, especially after 60. A quick conversation with a healthcare professional can help seniors better understand whether creatine makes sense for them personally, how much to take, what side effects to monitor, and whether there are any concerns related to kidney health, hydration, or medications. And honestly, that's the smartest way to approach supplements in general. Not through fear, not through hype, just through informed, realistic decisions based on your own body and your own health needs. Because the real goal isn't simply taking supplements. The goal is staying strong, active, independent, and healthy for as many years as possible, and doing it safely along the way. Number 5. The real goal after 60 is different. This may actually be the most important thing seniors need to understand about creatine. After 60, creatine usually isn't about becoming a bodybuilder or chasing unrealistic fitness goals you see online. The real value often has much more to do with quality of life. As we age, maintaining muscle becomes incredibly important because muscle loss affects far more than appearance. It can impact balance, mobility, strength, stability, energy levels, and overall independence. Even small declines in muscle function can slowly make everyday tasks feel harder than they used to. That's why even modest improvements in physical function can make such a meaningful difference later in life. Walking may start feeling smoother and less tiring, carrying groceries may feel easier, climbing stairs may require less effort, getting out of a chair may feel more stable, recovery after exercise or busy days may improve, and daily movement may simply feel less exhausting overall. And honestly, those small improvements matter far more than most people realize. Because after 60, staying active and independent becomes one of the biggest foundations of healthy aging. The goal usually isn't having perfect abs or lifting massive weights at the gym. It's being able to move confidently, enjoy daily life, travel, stay social, and continue doing the things you love without feeling physically limited all the time. That's where many seniors completely change how they think about creatine. Instead of viewing it as a gym supplement, they begin seeing it as one possible tool that may help support strength, movement, recovery, and physical confidence as they age. And honestly, feeling physically capable changes more than just the body, it changes mindset too. When movement feels easier, people often become more active, more motivated, and more confident in daily life overall. Sometimes the biggest benefit of creatine isn't about looking stronger. It's about helping people continue living life with more freedom, energy, and independence for as long as possible. Here's something really interesting. Many seniors don't actually notice giant muscle gains first when they start taking creatine. In fact, the earliest changes are often much more subtle and honestly, much more meaningful in everyday life. Instead of suddenly looking dramatically different, many people describe feeling slightly stronger, steadier, or more physically capable during normal daily activities. Simple things may start feeling easier without them even realizing why at first. Getting up from a chair may feel smoother, walks may feel less tiring, carrying groceries may require less effort. Daily movement just starts feeling a little more manageable overall. Some seniors also notice they become more consistent with exercise because recovery feels easier. They may not feel as drained after workouts, walks, or active days, which makes staying active feel less intimidating. Others simply notice they feel more confident moving their body again. And honestly, that's the hidden benefit almost nobody talks about. Confidence. Feeling physically capable changes how people move through life. When the body feels stronger and more reliable, people naturally become more willing to stay active, exercise regularly, travel, socialize, and keep doing the things they enjoy. Sometimes the biggest change isn't what you see in the mirror at all. It's the quiet return of physical confidence. The feeling that your body can still support the life you want to live. So, what should seniors know before taking creatine? It's not a miracle supplement, but when used correctly, with proper hydration, realistic expectations, and regular movement, it can become a helpful tool for healthy aging. What about you? Have you ever considered taking creatine, or are you already using it? And which of these 5 points surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more simple, honest health and fitness content without the hype.